Do not attempt to adjust your dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla at Big Vern. Y'all know what it is. Having fun here on a Sunday morning. Thanks for sharing it with me on your way to church. We got it rocking. We got everything going. Last segment, we talked some Alabama. Alabama beat Tennessee. There's no reason Tennessee should be ranked 11th in the country. They haven't played a winning team all year. I've pointed this out many times before the national media. So, yeah, again, that's why you come here. Then we talked about Marcus Freeman and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. They beat last night USC, a very good USC team. They basically announced that Marcus Freeman should have his name in the hat for the coach of the year, despite losing 9 players to the NFL, and also his defensive coordinator, Mr. Alex Golden, and they're a lock for the playoffs again. So hats off to the Irish. And then Kirby Smart and the Georgia 500, they shut down, beat up, and stomp out Ole Miss. And then also we had to play that game. Who has Ole Miss played? They haven't played pretty much anybody of real significance. So there goes that again. I don't know what it is. I do that because what the SEC does to other conferences when they get slighted and they get turned down. Diego Pavia and Vandy, they beat the brakes off LSU to the point where Brian Kelly was even pleading with his O-line to just block for Garrett Nussmeier, to play inspired football. And I know a lot of people have Brian Kelly on the hot seat. However, this guy is coaching and pleading with guys that you're paying money. And I don't know about you, but if you have that kind of attitude and you don't have that kind of fire in your stomach, I would have stopped every motherfucking payment. I would have made sure you motherfuckers never make it back to the hotel. I would have had people pack up your rooms, pack up the bus, leave without you, and make your weak ass walk back home to Louisiana for the piss poor performance that they put up. We'll go into that when we get back from a quick 20 from a rap album. It's your boy Big Vern. Give me a beat. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. Y'all know what it is. We pumping another rap album this month. Ice Cube, Man Up, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is What You Gonna Do About It, Freedom. That's deep. Freedom is deep. Guess what? Before hip hop, that was real too. Respect My Space, and that's Salt and Pepper. Man Up by Ice Cube, in stores now. Ice Cube still doing his thing. West Side. Yep. So, Vandy stomps a mud hole in LSU. LSU hasn't beaten a real team all year, and the Vandy game was no different, which, if you're an LSU fan, who have you beat this year other than weak-ass Clemson? Exactly. They are all ranked 10th with wins over La Tech, Florida, Southeast Louisiana, and South Carolina. The only step-up game they played was Ole Miss, and they were beaten soundly, 24-19. Now, credit where credit is due. Brian Kelly keeps pleading with that O-line because it's horrible. It's horrible. You know, all of the little dink and dunk passes, that didn't go anywhere in the fourth quarter when they needed to go ahead and stretch the field and really have a big impact play. None of that happened. Missed blocking assignments and constant 3 and outs. The defense giving up crazy chunks of rushing yardage. Garrett Nussmeier refusing to throw the deep ball and give the Tigers at least a shot to win in the fourth quarter was shocking to me. Now, I understand you have to go ahead and block to keep him upright so he can see downfield, but at some point, come on, man. Come on. This whole West Coast offense, we're going to play it safe. Turn that guy loose. He's been in the program for 4 years. If he can't read and decipher defenses on his own and run his own checkdowns and spot the mismatches on the field, why is he there? Why is he there? Now, it was just one awful call after another. The Tigers made this game harder than it had to be. Diego Pavia, he got rid of them 14 of 22 for 160 yards and a score, no picks. He ran 17 times for 86 yards and 2 scores. He did what he wanted to that LSU defense and knocked them completely out of the playoffs and the SEC championship game. Macklin Young, he broke for 30 yards in the fourth quarter, and that was the game. 6 grabs, 85 yards. This dude was averaging 15 yards a carry. Now, how are you going to stop that? How are you going to stop that? And if you're Brian Kelly, if I'm on the hot seat, guess who else is on the hot seat? The coaches. The defensive coordinator is on the hot seat. The offensive coordinator is on the hot seat. The linebacking core, your coach, he's on the hot seat. Your wide receivers, your DBs, they're all on the hot seat. If I go, everybody's got to go. Now the Tigers, they gave up 239 yards of rushing. With everything coming back, that's unacceptable. And by anyone's standards, let alone LSU, they can't lose like this. But also, ethically, they should never have been ranked that high. They should never have been ranked that high because they aren't playing anybody. College football is only 5 games from being over before this thing is decided to where you'll have a conference championship, but Notre Dame will be independent. They won't have one. However, how can you make the argument that these teams, all they're doing is overvaluing these SEC teams who haven't played anybody? They're playing them to build their resume up. That's fool's gold. And if you say that this is the best conference, your out of conference schedule, you would have taken a Louisville. You would have taken an Ohio State. The committee is telling you that they're not going to penalize you if you lose early, but it's about your body of work. Notre Dame, look at them. They took their bumps early. Now, outside of Alabama, Notre Dame is probably one of the hottest teams out there rolling and going. They could run the table and find themselves back in the playoff race. There's no reason why you wouldn't play Oregon. There's no reason why you wouldn't play Texas Tech. There's no reason why you wouldn't play Arizona State. There's no reason why you wouldn't go out and play Michigan. Now credit, Oklahoma played Michigan. They caught Michigan in a down year, but they still went out and played them. And you can make those cases. But this old scary ass football, we're going to hide out in the conference and then have some bullshit argument that we should be entitled to something that we didn't earn. I ain't with that. However, not going to take away from Vandy's win. Great win for the guys down there in Nashville. Tennessee. Yo, get in the comments. It's your boy Big Vern. Late. Again, if you are listening to this pod, get in the comments. Let us know that we get it right. What did we leave out? This is Big Vern. We talk back. We'll be back. Top of the hour. This is your boy Big Vern at App Stupid.